Hello world, welcome to the 9th video in my YouTube series. One of the essential parts of a Jarvis-like program, or the iPhone Siri, or Alexa, or Cortana, is to search for things not explicitly programmed to do. So basically, if it's not a pre-programmed command, then it would be a question, and then it would go to Google to search. It doesn't have to be Google. It could be Yahoo or Safari or whatever proprietary web browser it's using. So I did two different types of Google searches that I want to show you. The first, I've implemented it into my main program, and all it does is it's hard coded to enter what I say into a Google search, and then it pulls the web browser up. And so the second method actually pulls from the Google API, and I've asked it to return the description, and then it speaks to me just that description part. So both of these, I'm not sure, what method I would choose, but I think what I'm gonna do is that it would have to depend on where and when I'm performing these searches. So, for example, if I'm in a car and when I implement this into my car, then I won't need it to pull up a web page, right? Because I'm not going to be able to see that while I'm driving. But if I have some sort of heads-up display or some sort of touch screen in front of me, then I would want to see the results. So when I run this, I just want to give you a full disclosure. While trying to implement this search function, I've encountered an error. You're going to see it right when I start the program. It doesn't stop me from running any code, but it's definitely something I want to get rid of. And so I think this is because when I implemented this Google search function, I had to delete a pre-built-in, and it does not like that. I posted to Stack Overflow, so any beginner, intermediate, and advanced knows what that website is, and I haven't got any responses yet. So I might have to actually figure out myself, which is hard as a beginner. So anyways, let's check out this code real quick, and you can see both functions. So first, I'll do the main one, which pulls up a Google web search.
What's up? Who is this?
Brandon. Brandon.
Please enter the security code. Admin code activated. Would you like to update your Twitter?
No.
How can I help you?
When was the Civil War?
This is what I found.
And there you go. So it pulled up when was Civil War from the YouTube. And I'll show you in the code while I consider it kind of cheating. So that's the first way. That pulls up the actual website. So I've implemented another one. And so I'm not going to voice command this. I hard input a question, what is the Dow Jones? And it's going to go to the Google API and it's going to talk to me. So right now it's literally speaking what it finds. So you're going to notice that it speaks the date kind of funny and anything in parentheses sounds kind of funny. But let's check it out.
APR1 2019, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, DJIA, is an index that tracks 30 large, publicly owned companies trading on the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE, and the Nasdaq. The DJIA is named after Charles Dow, who created it in 1896, and his business partner, Edward Jones.
Okay, so that's the other method. So if I were to ask a question while driving, I would probably use this one and it'll talk to me. I need to refine it, of course. I don't need to tell me in APR1 2019. And I'd probably stop it at the first little blurb. And then I would use the other method that I showed you in my main function. That would be if I had some sort of screen where I can visualize it. So those are the two functions I've implemented. Let's look at some code. If this is your first time to this channel, I just want to let you know this is not a tutorial series. I'm just going to quickly go over what it is. So first, I created a dictionary called search words. And basically, like I said in the beginning, if it's not a command like do this, search this, do this, those words, those verbs, then you're probably going to start it off with a question. So, what is that? Who is that? Things of that nature. So, right now it looks for that search word and returns a string search word. And then if any of those search words it hears me ask for it, it will, if it finds a Google search word, then what it's going to do is it's going to split that search right there, and then it's going to attach it here where it says, first it's going to say this is what I found, then it's going to say it also, then it's going to just attach it to a web browser. And so that's all it does. So it's kind of cheating, and then it pulls it up with whatever it heard. So you heard me say, when was the Civil War? So it just enters this URL, and then at the end of it attaches when was the Civil War. And it'll do that with any question I ask. So that's the first method, kind of cheating, but I like it. The second method is using a Google Master API. And what that does is it gives you have to give it a query, which is any string. So I've happened to hard code it into this, what is the Dow Jones? But I could do that verbally as well, just like you saw me do it in my main program. I just haven't implemented it yet because I wanted to test it. And then it searches for that, and then there's a bunch of results it gives you for every question. And so all I wanted was the description, so that's what I'm doing right here. I'm looking at the description. I've replaced some dot dot dots. It has some weird formatting issues. And then it speaks to me. And then it breaks for now. So those are the two searches. I might have to do. I want to do a lot of refining on this. This is very crude, not exactly the final product, and I still have a lot of testing to do. So another function I want to do is to everything I do once this goes live, right? Once this is a real life digital assistant that's always on, it's running all of my house, it's running everything. I want it to start saving everything I do to a server. So if for some reason I have to ask when was the Civil War more than once, I think it would be faster to search the files than it would to perform this Google function. And so what that another advantage that would do, it would start to have a memory just like a human does, and it would work offline. So this is in the future, and as you can tell from the title and the description, I'm a beginner, so I don't know how to do any of that. But I'm hoping that you subscribe to my channel and watch me learn and progress. So I'm not really sure what my next video will be about, but I hope you subscribe so you can see what it will be when it's done. Please remember to like this video, and if you're not a family member or a close friend, leave me a comment and tell me where you're from. I would like to know where people are from and where they're watching this. For all my family and friends, thanks for supporting me, especially in the beginning. But if you're neither of those, let me know some info about you, where you're from, where you found this page. All right, well, thank you for tuning in. Goodbye, world.